This is G0UAZ investigating some QRM Mexico on 2 meters. It's 6:45 AM on the morning of the 12th of July 2013, and you can see that my Flex 5000 transceiver is tuned to 145/360. I've got it on mode upper sideband, just so that the noise of FM doesn't interfere with the noise of, or doesn't mask, if you like, the noise of the actual QRM Mexico. Now, that's the pattern I get. It varies up and down the band. It doesn't always stay on that same frequency, but that's the pattern of noise that I'm getting. I'm trying to do some tests with Neil, who's close by, G0JHC, and we're trying to triangulate the source. So I'm currently beaming, looking at my rotator. The white needle is the 2 meter antenna. For some unknown reason, I've got an extra needle on there that shows you the direction of a different antenna that's on the same rotator. I've just stuck that on top so that it gives me an idea of where I'm pointing. But you can see that I'm set at 80 degrees, so I'm beaming just north of east, and that's the level of the QRM. You can see it's slowly dropping in frequency. In fact, I'm going to drop in frequency 10 kcs just to maintain the sort of level of intensity. So that's the pattern, and it slowly drops in frequency over a period of about an hour and a half, and then it'll start again, and off we go. I'm going to change the direction. I'm going to beam towards 120. So I'm going to beam at 120 degrees, and you can see how the intensity, the strength of the signal, first of all, it's gone much stronger. It's now S9, and that's the noise level, and you can see on the scope above it that that's quite a significant increase. I've got at the moment minus 77 dBm showing on it, so that's quite significant. Now again, if I just look at the rotator control again, you can see that I'm beaming about 125 there. If I turn the rotator further round, the noise stays as intense, but then starts to die off as I get towards 180, and as I get to 185, that's 185, 170 there, it's almost back to where it was before. So it's only a 5-element beam, it's not that directional. I'm sure there's a couple of side lobes there that's picking up that, but that's the level of QRM Mexico that I've got. Now the problem is, it doesn't just stay in that one position. Obviously that's up in the FM portion of the band, which I've no interest in anyway, but the noise level itself is enhanced all the way down. If I drop down 1 megahertz, so I'm now on 144/350. That's it, on 145/350. That's the noise level, and I'll beam back towards the southeast, which of course is probably one of the key directions for my 2 meter sideband and 2 meter CW work. You can see it's dropped down slightly in frequency even further. It's travelling down frequency, the noise, as I'm working. In 5 minutes it's dropped probably 20 kcs now, so that's back to its most intense position at around 125, 120, and you can see that the noise level's back up at minus 77 dB. If I drop down 1 kc, okay, then the noise level itself drops to S5 minus 97 dBm. So that's much better, but it's still an S5 noise level beaming southeast on the call-in channel, on the call-in frequency there at 144/300. Compare that to this. I'm now moving the beam due east, and whilst I don't expect a perfect noise level, a zero noise floor, there's a massive difference now. I'm down at S4, or if you like, minus 105 dBm, and that's beaming east. So whilst it's not particularly obvious on the screen that there's a higher noise level there compared to what's going on a megahertz up the band, if I spin the beam, turn the beam back through 120, you'll see the noise level increase, you'll see the waterfall start to increase, and now I'm going to the other side of it. There's a signal just popped up there. I'm now going to the other side of it. I'm now back beaming south, just west of south, about 185, 190 degrees, and you can see that the noise level again has dropped off to a sort of a more acceptable S3. So that's the sort of QRM I'm up against. It seems to be on all day and all night. It gets worse. Sometimes it's on the call-in frequency, sometimes it's in the middle of the SSB band. It certainly spends quite a significant amount of time in the beacon section of the band. So that's what I'm looking at, and that's what we're working on. This is G0UAZ signing off.